Hello everyone, welcome to another new video. Today is 26th January. On 26th January 1950, India becomes sovereign democratic republic as its constitution came into an effect. Today's our topic is all about in Dhurandhar movie. If you had seen the Dhurandhar movie, then the video you will make out easily. Otherwise, it will difficult to make out. So today our topic is Dhurandhar. Patriotism in the shadows. The meaning of Dhurandhar. In India, in Indian languages, the word Dhurandhar refers to a person who carries enormous responsibility silently, a strategist, a burden bearer, someone whose action decide the fate of many, yet whose name is rarely spoken. Indian cinema has shown patriotism in many forms: soldiers on the battlefield, revolutionaries at the gallows, protesters on the streets, but Dhurandhar belongs to a different category. It explores patriotism without applause, nationalism without slogans, and sacrifice without recognition. This is not the story of a hero who raises the flag. This is the story of a man who ensures the flag still existed. Dhurandhar shifts the way of patriotism from emotion to strategy. His visible bravery to invisible decisions. This is not the story of a hero who raises the flag. This is the story of a man who ensures the flag still exists to be raised. Dhurandhar shifts the idea of patriotism from emotion to strategy, from variable bravery to invisible decisions. It asks a difficult question: who protects the nation when wars are not officially declared? The historical and geopolitical backdrop. The film is set in a period where India's greatest threats were not always conventional wars. Instead, they came in the form of covert intelligence operations, diplomatic pressures, proxy conflicts, long-term destabilization strategies. This era demanded a patriot, not a soldier with a rifle, but a man with foresight. Dhurandhar reflects the reality that modern nation survived not just by strength but by anticipation. Intelligence agencies become the first line of defense, operating in the moral gray zones where every decision carried consequences lasting decades. Here, patriotism is no longer reactive; it is preventive. The protagonist, the strategist. The central character of Dhurandhar is not a field agent of action hero. He is a strategist, a man who fights wars using information, deception, and timing. His defining characteristics: emotionally restrained, politically sharp, extremely patient, morally conflicted. He understands one brutal truth: a single wrong move can cost the nation decades. This character represents institutional patriotism, where love for the country is expressed through discipline, restraint, and the willingness to be misunderstood. He sacrifices personal relationships, public recognition, even moral clarity. In Dhurandhar, patriotism is not loud; it is heavy. The field operative, the human cost. If the strategist is the brain, the operative is the body that bleeds. This character lives multiple lives: false names, fake loyalties, temporary families. Every day this operative wakes up knowing if the mission succeeds, history will never credit them. If it fails, the nation will deny knowing them. This is the patriotism as self-erasure. The operative cannot return home, cannot explain the truth, cannot even disclose openly. This is the patriotism as self-erasure. The operative cannot return home, cannot explain the truth, cannot even mourn openly. In Dhurandhar, the nation's security is built on people who disappear into silence. The antagonist, no absolute villains. Unlike traditional patriotic films, Dhurandhar does not portray the enemy as evil caricatures. Antagonist type rival intelligence strategist foreign agency. The antagonist is intelligent, disciplined, and patriotic to their own nation. This is crucial. The film suggests every nation believes it is acting in self-defense. Every intelligence justifies its actions. Patriotism itself can become a weapon. The conflict is not between good and evil, but between competing national interests. This makes Dhurandhar morally complex and disturbing realistic. Moral dilemmas, the price of security. One of the strongest aspects of Dhurandhar is its ethical tension. The film raises uncomfortable questions. Can innocent lives be risked for national safety? Who decides acceptable collateral damage? Is secrecy democratic? The strategist's decision may save millions in the long term, destroy a few in the short term. Patriotism has become calculation, not an emotion. This is patriotism that hunts. Women in Dhurandhar, conscience and consequence. Women in Dhurandhar are not symbolic or ornamental. Key female roles: intelligence analyst, diplomatic figure, family member affected by secrecy. They represent ethical questioning, emotional reality, civilian consequences. To this character, the film grounds national security in human cost. Patriotism without noise. Notably, Dhurandhar avoids overuse of national flags, patriotic background songs, aggressive slogans. Instead, patriotism is shown through destroyed films, missed family moments, silent funerals, changed identities. This is mature nationalism, where devotion is shown through endurance, not display. The film argues that the strongest patriotism often looks like absence. Comparison with other patriotic films: compared to border battlefield heroism, Uri tactical military action, Rang De Basanti ideological rebellion, Dhurandhar aligns more closely with Razi, intelligence sacrifice, Sardar Udham, long-term consequences, global intelligence thrillers. It expands India's patriotic cinema into a global strategic narrative, proving that patriotism can be quite intellectual and deeply unsettling. Conclusion: who remembers the Dhurandhars? The final message of Dhurandhar is uncomfortable but powerful. Nations celebrate heroes but survive because of people they never named. The Dhurandhar does not seek legacy, he ensures continuity. There will no statues, no textbooks, no public gratitude, only silence and a nation that remains standing. Dhurandhar redefines patriotism not as pride but as burden, and perhaps that is the most honest form of nationalism. Dhurandhar movie itself is almost a true-based story. Some fictional things that also had shown in the movie. And Amit Shanal, who is the head of intelligence bureau of India, and Dhurandhar, here is the main hero character, you can say, and Major Iqbal and Baloch, they are the main protagonist, but they beloved Pakistan, means the another country, beloved another country as well, and they see as their own perspective that 26/11 attack at Mumbai as they are winning to kill the civilians, which is shocking incident for India. In the first Dhurandhar movie, the Baloch was dead, and after that the Dhurandhar will fight with Major Iqbal, or many things will come in the Dhurandhar 2.0. We have to watch on the screen, or otherwise till we have to wait for the next part of this movie. So this is all for today. How was the video? Make sure you like, share and subscribe to this channel, and follow on Facebook and Instagram handle also. Thanks for watching. Vande Mataram.